Memoryfoam, a cool side of the pillow spin-off show where Vince and Josh talk on a variety of topics.
Almost nothing is off limits.
From dreams to pop culture, join us as our boys blurt out complete and utter nonsense until they tire themselves out. Please, just try to enjoy it.
One Drink Podcast, boys,
Yes.
gentlemen, men.
We're here.
Let's get some introductions. Who's who? I mean, I know, but there might not be people who do know. Like Vince, he's a little.
There's somebody who doesn't know who we are.
No, I'm aware. I follow you on the Instagram.
Yeah, I'm the one that keeps sending you those unmarked brown packages.
That say not smut.
Yeah. Definitely not smut.
But real heads know.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, so I am Matthew, host of One Drink Podcast.
I thought that you really.
I was going to.
Were you going to say your last name?
I was going to, but.
Host, horse, whatever. I'm Matthew, host, horse, fine.
Wait.
I'm Oliver, co-host. We're from Rochester, New York. Been running this podcast for.
About 5 years?
No.
More?
6.
6 years?
6 years.
Yeah.
That's
Started in
incredible.
2020.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well,
2020, yeah. COVID.
right.
Right
Scary
when the
time.
shutdowns hit, we were like, so Matt was like, so do you want to do that podcast thing? And I was like, yep.
Let's try it out.
Yeah. Let's sit right next to each other in the middle of a pandemic where you're supposed to exercise distance.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Cool.
Yeah. You guys went the opposite way.
Yeah. We didn't have anything else to do, so we were like, let's just do it.
Yeah.
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 So then also, I knew Josh from a while ago from Market View Liquor, obviously, a long time ago, and he said that he had a podcast. So it was only normal for us to be like, hey, a collaboration has to happen, with the podcast. So,
Yep.
and
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Because we started like in 2011. It took like 15 years off, I think it was.
Yeah. What was great when Josh first described to me hey, I want to do a podcast, and I was like, what's a podcast? And after hours and hours of explaining and a cartoon clock spinning out of control, I finally was like, oh, it's kind of like a radio show that you can listen to anytime. And so from there we did a lot. We did 30 something episodes, I think, and
Yeah, just over 30.
and then we did another season where it was 4 or 5, and then we stopped, and then a third one where we did 1 or 2, and then we stopped, and then 15 years, and then we were like, let's do it again.
Yep. There you go.
yeah.
It's funny when we started, when Matt first came up with the idea. So I used to be in the restaurant business for a long time. Matt was a customer of mine. That's how we met. Oh, I don't know. Well, that's technically not how we met,
Yeah.
but that's a brown package story. So we'll save that for another. We can save that for another one. But I was working at the bar one night. I'm on the bar. Matt's at the bar. He was talking to somebody, and I overheard him saying, "Yo, I was thinking about starting a podcast." And from down the bar, I was like, "I'm in. I want to do it. Let's go." And he was like, "Yeah?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then nothing really happened for a couple of years.
Yeah, because I was doing the research first. I didn't want to jump into it, not having the right equipment. I mean, we didn't at first, but
We definitely didn't.
you just didn't want to be blind to it. And so I did some research. You got to come up with a name. You got to come up with a hook. You got to come up with all that stuff that goes with a podcast.
Yep.
And then finally we just pulled the trigger and was like, hey, I got an extra room in my house. I got a studio. Let's start it and let's just do it and not care,
Yep. We started
the
off.
outcome is.
We started off recording with Matt's cell phone, no microphones, just all off the cell phone. Edited with a free video editing app on his also on his phone. And then our background, we had. You had an Oakland A's hat from the 90s, just hanging up in the back, just random stuff that he didn't want on his kitchen table anymore. He just put up in the background. We had 2 uncomfortable
One drink
bar
and
stools.
junk closet.
Yeah, it was literally it was awful. It was terrible. And But yeah, we just started from there, and then we got a camera, and then we got a better camera. Well, no, then we started using a GoPro, and then we got a better GoPro, and then we got a camera, and then we got a better camera, and then we started off like our first microphone was it looked like a Rode, but it was like spelled wrong. You know what I mean? It had like 2 O's. The slashes were the slash was going the wrong way on the logo. You know what I'm saying? It was like $8 off of Amazon. We always kept forgetting to plug it in to the phone. And so there was some episodes where we didn't have audio, and then we go back and try and re-record the audio. It was terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, so trying to lip sync. You're like a bad anime movie.
Yeah, exactly. I think we had such a good show one time, and we couldn't figure out how to get the audio back onto it, and so we played, or we couldn't upload, the audio wouldn't upload or something, so you had to play the show on your TV, and then we framed the TV up and recorded it off the TV so that we had the audio, because we didn't want to lose the show though, because it was so good.
Oh, that's dedication.
Yeah, that's ingenuity
my
and DIY.
Childhood VCR to VCR type stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you kind of gave the origins. Let's back up and just, for the people who haven't listened, tell us about the show. One Drink. You have multiple drinks, right? So that's
sometimes.
Just kidding.
Sometimes.
No.
But the show is one topic for one drink. No religion. No mainstream media. No
politics.
No politics. It's just humorous, funny, relatable topics that, you always think, when you're at the bar and you're talking with people you don't know, random, they always come up with funny random topics. And those are the funny topics that we like to bring to the forefront, laugh about. Yeah. And, most of all, they are relatable somehow, some way, in one shape or form.
Yeah. We like that sort of mindless listening edge. You know what I mean? When you're on your way home from work and, you had that day where you're like, I don't want to listen to music. I don't want to sit in silence. I want to listen to something that I don't really have to listen to, but I can still listen to, get a laugh or two out of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And just forget all about it when I get home. You know what I mean? What was
That's always new
on the way home? You know what I mean? We want you to remember us, but we don't want you to have to okay, I'm going to listen to this, and I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to get all the information out of it. Yeah. We're not that. You know what I mean? We're just...
It's kind of like drive time radio, only your version, and people like your personalities and topics more than they might I don't know, Wacko and the Bonzo. So, it's kind of fun, right?
No disrespect to them.
Definitely.
But we also, another fun thing that we do is we go out into the local community and we do support local businesses for free promotion. We do businesses, organizations, other podcasts. Yeah. That's always fun for us too, because there's so many, fun people out there. Yeah. You know what I mean? That we wouldn't talk to or collaborate with if it wasn't for a podcast like you guys. Or if it wasn't for a local business that, is trying to, just get free promotion.
Yeah, we got hooked up with a really cool local charity. It's called Good People Deserve Wins Too. Oh, yeah. They support and gather donations and do fundraisers for underprivileged youth athletes. And they've been doing it for a few years now. They do a huge event at the end of at the beginning of every year, right around Valentine's Day. They do a Queen of Hearts casino night. Cool. And we always get invited to it. So, we take a bunch of video while we're there. Yeah. And his brother, who's our officially unofficial photographer, he comes along and, does some really cool photos for us and stuff like that. So that's always a fun night. We had Baca. Yep. We had the guys from Baca, a couple guys from Baca, the Bikers Against Child Abuse. We had those guys on a couple months ago. Yeah. They were awesome.
That was one of my favorite interviews.
Me too.
Yeah, I saw it.
That was awesome. Those guys were so cool. Such a cool organization that I didn't know enough about before, but really cool. So we've met a lot of really cool people along this, this little journey. Yeah. So
yeah, it's awesome that you're involved in the community like that, and
Yep. And
makes it more authentic.
We don't ever charge anybody. We don't ever, we don't expect anybody to do anything. We're definitely not in it for the money or anything like that. You know what I mean? I mean, we don't make any money off of this. We do it because we like it.
It's fun.
We have fun doing it, and it's a cool thing for us to do on Saturday afternoons for a couple hours. You know what I mean? Escape the grind of the week, and we sit in the studio here and laugh for an hour and a half, and then we go back to our lives. So
great excuse to hang out with a friend and create something as well. So I mean,
we were best buds during the pandemic. Like I barely saw my wife as often as I saw him during the pandemic. Because we were filming like all the time during the pandemic. We were like, dude, I got nothing to do. You want to do a show? Yup.
Yeah.
You got COVID? No, I don't got COVID either. Let's do it.
Come on over.
Let's hang out.
Nice.
That's great.
So, what do each of you bring to the show? Like, for instance, who's the idea guy? Who's best at improvising? Who's the hunk? Who's the nerd? But by the end of the movie, when the glasses come off, they're actually really hot.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Next question.
He thinks we're both hot nerd hunks, and I think we're both none of those.
Okay. Well, good. You can balance each other out.
Matt does more of the technical stuff. He does the editing.
That's Josh.
He got really into it in the beginning, and he was like, yo, I like doing the editing. And I was like, great. Go ahead. And, I mean, he's totally self-taught. You taught yourself everything about all the editing and, kind of just advanced through it. And he got good at it, and he likes doing it. And so I was like, cool.
For me, I like to do that. I like editing more than I like being in front of the camera. As weird as that sounds, because when you take raw footage and you can turn it into this crazy, cool looking video, and we use green screen, so I have more options and I could do more things, and you're always learning something with editing, and but it's a lot of fun for me. And then like ideas, when we come up with ideas, it's just like throughout the week. If you hear something funny or random, you just text it. And I have a whole thing of notes that I just write down. And, when we come over, we just figure out which one we're going to do, and we just run with it.
Yep. We like to go off the cuff, too. Like, we usually don't have any kind of script. You know what I mean? Like, we'll kind of plan out sort of like what we're going to talk about, or the subject anyways. But then we just like to let it flow. You know what I mean? Like, we're not going to be like, okay, first we're going to talk about this, then we're going to talk about this, then we're going to talk about this, then we don't even outline it. We're just like, we're going to do this subject. Cool. I'm already ready. Let's go. Start filming.
It's funny because the flip side of our, cool side of the pillow, obviously this is memoryfoam, so we kind of have two shows on one channel. And cool side is like very scripted for us, except for we do the dream interpretation, which is completely like clean. We don't
improvised
it or anything.
Yeah,
it's very improvised. We listen to the dream and just kind of like chime in and tease it and have fun. But then the rest of the show is like since I write the scripts out and all that, so it's like the opposite there.
Yep.
But then memoryfoam, like we're doing right now, it's the same sort of idea. We're just kind of take a topic or have a guest on and shoot the shit.
Yeah, and for you guys, I think what you guys do with the cool side of the pillow, the improvising of dreams, I think that's fantastic. Even when Josh was telling me about it, I was like, wow, what a good idea. There's not too many of those podcasts out there, and to transfer it over into like being funny and comedic. Mm-hmm. It's just funny because I submitted one, and I think there was a couple things that I think Vince might have said that I just was dying laughing because it was so funny. And I didn't even think about it. You know what I mean? I was like, shit, he's right.
I'll have to send in my...
I think he said you ruined his childhood or something because you were drinking the Ninja Turtles.
The Ninja Turtles.
But that's that lightning in a bottle that you get sometimes, like versus something that's scripted, you know what to expect, and you rehearsed it. That nice little bit of improv that we can do, whether it's here on memoryfoam. Memoryfoam is kind of like the freeform playhouse where we can, kind of go off cuff, whatever. Yeah. But in those moments that aren't scripted, sometimes you get that lightning in a bottle that's just so good, and you couldn't write the stuff. So I mean, that's why I think we do both shows, because like memoryfoam is more like what you were saying, where like if you just want to drive and listen to people be interviewed, or you want to listen to us ramble on for an hour and a half about the movie Dogma. Awesome. If you want something where you can sit by the fireplace and have your snifter of brandy and a cigar or whatever you do, your one or two drinks, and you you just hang out.
Robe, right?
No, with nothing on underneath it, of course.
No.
One slipper on, one slipper off.
Skin rug.
Yes,
Yeah.
really ties the room together. But yeah, that's yep. You know
Sounds
the
like
reference.
one of my dreams.
Yeah. But I mean, it's I forgot what I was saying because I was just thinking about this bearskin rug and how I want one now.
Sorry,
Or a
I'm sorry. I
bearskin
didn't mean to get
jacket.
you off track. I'm sorry.
No, it's just
No, that's good. But I mean,
just the
I
two
think,
things basically. You have the two
Yeah,
spectrums where
two
one
niches
is if you
filled or
wanna really
whatever.
pay attention versus just I'm driving.
Oh yeah,
home,
if you
I
really
just
want to
wanna
pay
listen.
attention and like listen to something scripted, then that's cool side. But if you want something that you can just laugh at and feel good, like boom, you got memory foam and yeah.
I love that name, by the way. Cool Side of the Pillow.
Yeah,
I love that.
thanks.
slick.
I love that.
That's what I was telling Josh when
Yeah.
he first came on the show earlier in the year. I was just
when he was telling me when he first told me about your guys' podcast, Cool Side of the Pillow, I was like, I fucking love the Cool Side of the Pillow.
Yeah.
You know, like I immediately thought of what it feels like to flip the pillow over and then put your head back down, and I was like,
Yeah.
so like, I was immediately drawn to the podcast because I love the cool side of the pillow, like the actual thing.
The actual
So like,
thing,
it's
yeah.
very clever. I don't know if you guys planned it out that way or not. But
That was his
worked.
brainchild was the name for that, and then I came up with
it's,
memory foam.
Yeah, I was tied in because we
Fantastic.
wanted to do the dream thing. No, thank you. That's really
yeah,
nice.
that's
Yeah.
a great, because it immediately makes me. It immediately made me want to look up the podcast, just because of the name.
Yeah.
The name invoked, like a physical memory for me. You know what I mean? Or something that
Yeah,
everybody can relate to, because everybody knows, unless you're a psychopath, that the cool side of the pillow is the
fantastic.
best side of the pillow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody's ever flipped over their pillow and gone, "Damn, this pillow's too cold." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It sucks. Let me get the warm side back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's awesome, like the shirts too. Like when I wear my shirts, the Cool Side logo, people are like, I love that logo. Like, and I explain to them, like they're all excited about like, oh, that's a cool
yeah.
logo. Then I'm like, oh, well, we're a comedy
great.
show, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh. They like look this way. No, but it's like there's a long explanation. Like, neat, I like the logo. Bye bye now. But maybe
Yeah.
a few of those people will be like, oh, I've been looking for something to listen to. Let me check it out. Cool logo. Let me, because we're a very visual culture as well. So I mean, how do we come up with the logo? It was like lyrics to like the end of the song, and that like armadillo, and then we're like,
Pillow, armadillo, and then Vince is like, because we
the
get like
rest?
a little mascot. I don't exactly. It was just back and forth kind of nonsense. We were like, oh, you want to have a logo? What do we want to have? And I think you were like, what about armadillo on a pillow?
yeah,
Like it.
yeah, that
Perfect.
was, yep.
So what do you guys drink when you're happy? What do you drink when you're sad?
Ooh.
What do you drink when you're punishing yourself? But in general, do you pair, the drinks with the topic of the show?
No.
I mean, as far as mood goes, it's in order that you said it. Irish whiskey, Irish whiskey, Irish whiskey. No, it depends. Sometimes we'll have seltzers, beer.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll go boozy.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes it's just coffee.
Yeah, so the cool thing about One Drink Podcast is you can have any drink of your choice. It doesn't have to be alcoholic, which a lot of people are like, oh, it doesn't have to be an alcoholic drink. There's people that watch the show that don't drink at all, and they drink coffee, water. Sometimes we have some drinks on the show. Sometimes I might have a couple before the show, but
Loosen up.
yeah. But yeah, so there's really no drink specifically for any show, but it is one drink of your choice if you're watching the show. But for me, it's always Jack and Coke.
Nice, Jack and Coke.
Yeah. And then if
I do like Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
But if I'm doing the show, I can't drink Irish whiskey because I'll never get through the show.
yeah. And then
You
like
start
for,
seeing the decline.
yeah.
Yeah. Go
ahead.
And then for show, I call them show beers. I just get the Truly seltzers. That's it.
Yeah.
So
like
there
the
isn't
sincerely
you
ones.
can. There isn't like we're talking about golf today, so we're drinking.
Yeah. No.
Whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's not a pairing particularly.
No, we don't really.
'cause
No, we don't really pair the drinks to the show.
Get an Arnold Palmer.
There you go. Perfect. Thanks for completing my tee off there.
Or a John Daly.
Or a John Daly.
You have to do it with a John Daly.
But so another thing that we do, I'm older. I mean, I'm 10 years older than him. And so
Not 20, like you guys probably thought.
but I do, we also do another show back to the 80s with my friend Ryan.
Yeah.
Me and
That's
him
fun,
go
man.
back. We just reminisce and laugh about the 80s, and we'll pick one topic from the 80s, whether it be a toy, wrestling, whatever it may be, and we laugh about that. So
They didn't
Love
invite
it.
me to that show because I only spent 3 years in the 80s.
'Cause he wasn't alive.
There you go. Yeah.
And they don't want to do the 90s show with me because they're too old. They were, they already hated everything by the time the 90s came around. Like, oh, it's so much better in the 80s.
Yeah. Oh, neon, cool, whatever.
So
Nice.
I'll just start my own spin-off when I go solo and
There you go.
back to the 90s.
Nice. I would
yeah,
totally do a 90s show.
See? There we go. Look at.
Hey, I'm in.
80s too. I'm an 80s baby. I love 80s stuff. I love retro. So like that's also why I think One Drink is so appealing, because you have that retro and the nostalgia factor, and it's just a wonderful thing that people can relate to if they feel lonely or they're having a tough day or whatever else. When you can reminisce about certain things and feel like you're having a conversation without having one, like being a
Yep.
fly on the wall, it's just such a good feeling.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed.
The end.
What's
funny.
What's your guys' favorite part about doing a podcast?
You want to go first?
I mean, I just creating something. I guess the creative process I do really like, and to be able to spend time with Vince, and I like because on Coolside we do we do.
Yeah, that's on the internet now. You're never getting that one back.
That's all right.
I hope not.
But I think that just being able to create, I like the creative process, and I do like the scripted aspect. As much as I love this part, I do really like kind of making the jokes, and ours is very much based in like the scripted show, where it's just like one little line is really, like some of the movies you guys love and stuff, where it's just a lot of like one-liners and funny things in there. So it's kind of fun, and our goal is just to make each other laugh, and that's the best part for me. What about you, Vince?
Yeah.
Well, before I answer, I got to tease you a little, because the background you have does look like The Shining. Mm-hmm. A little bit, like the bar from The Shining. Like it's time to end things, Mr. Whoever.
Yeah.
Here's an axe.
You've been here. You've always been here.
Yeah, you've always been here. No.
No.
Or maybe we should have like a cool side thing where it's like, here's cool side of the pillow. Anyway, so I ramble. I feel like I ramble a lot, and Josh reins me in a lot. I feel like it's a good partnership because he. You're kind of like the Leonardo or the Cyclops. You're kind of
The dick, I guess.
yeah, kind of the dick, but you're also the dick that stirs the drink. I'm not drinking that drink. No, thank you, sir. We have
Those guys are
derailed.
the biggest jerks in those. Cyclops and Leonardo are like the jerks, though.
But when you
Go
think
ahead.
X-Men, you think Turtles. Almost immediately, even regardless of your favorite, you think of the leaders, right? But you're the one who kind of like reins me in, and I feel like we both are just like comedy junkies, and we like to be creative. We like to write. We like to get stuff out. And we have great conversations, and I think that's how it started. Like back in like college days, when we met, we just had these great conversations, and like a lot of people, oh, we're so hilarious, blah blah blah. But we do it. We think each other's hilarious, so that's why we do the podcast, because it's an excuse. I moved complete opposite coast from Josh, so we don't get to see each other like that. So for a few hours, 3-6 hours a month, we get to hang out, write. And my favorite part about it, aside from catching up with Josh and goofing around, is just the creative process, the writing, the planning out of like what's next. Are we going to do, an episode of this or this? And it's just very creatively fulfilling. So my favorite part, one word, is the writing.
Nice.
But then after that, like once we actually like go back and we do the voices and we go through the scripts, and then that becomes my favorite for a little while.
The performance is fun too.
The performance is a lot of fun, and then like hearing it, and sometimes like we won't meet for a week or two, and then we hear what we recorded. Josh will have it all edited, and it's edited like beautifully, and there's sound effects and things. And it's like, I don't remember saying that. That's awesome. So it's like you discover something you made for the first time. It's just ping, 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 fulfilling in so many different ways.
Yep.
And you guys do have a good chemistry. I have watched several of your shows. So you guys do work well together, and that makes a huge difference, because you can watch some of these podcasts and it's just it's weird.
If there's two people hosting, there has to be that chemistry. You know what I mean? And that's inevitably that's what brings me back to watch another episode of a podcast, is if the co-hosts you can tell that they're like buddies.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, then I want to watch that. You know what I mean? Because when I'm listening to it, it makes me feel like I'm with my buddies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, it's just a couple
Exactly.
guys hanging out, having fun, talking about some stuff. That's what I like.
Yeah.
You know?
And with Josh, I'm sure you can contest to this, is like when I do all the editing, I'm watching it 100 times. So I will see little nuggets and little things that he may not even know. There's so many things. I laugh when I'm editing. And so that's one of my favorite parts of editing, because when I'm doing it, you see those things that you may necessarily not during the show, but
that's why I like
It's
it,
just
because he'll
funny.
text me when he's done editing and he'll be like, dude, that show was so funny. And I'll be like, yes. I'll be like, oh, I can't wait for you to like post it so I can watch it. And then like I get excited because I get to see like the full, because you guys know when you're in the middle of the show, you don't really remember what was just talked about or what you laughed about 10 minutes ago. You definitely don't know what's coming up next. And then when I rewatch the show, when it's edited and everything like that, I'm like, okay, cool. What's like, what did we talk about next? And then, there'll be like a super funny part, and I'll be like, damn, I barely remember that. Like, that shit was funny.
Yeah, there'll be things I'll text Vince while I'm editing, like something funny he says, and he's like, huh? I'm like, oh, it's you on the
Yeah, half the time I get it. Half the time I'm like, what? And you'll be like, you said that. And I'm like, awesome. I don't remember it, but hell yes,
Like,
I am hilarious. Thank you. Yeah, I'm a lot funnier than I thought I was. Who is this guy? Yeah.
So you guys are comedy junkies. Who would you say, if you had to pick your top 3 favorite comedians, who would they be?
Comedians or comedic actors?
Ooh,
I like it.
Because if we could do a 3 and 3, that would make it
all right, let's do
easier.
both. So stand up and then comedic actors.
Oh man, I gotta think for a moment.
Yeah, I know one that for me would cross both. Would be Steve Martin. His stand up is like
Classic.
seminal, and his like movies and stuff are amazing. So he would probably make both.
It's funny that you mentioned him, because I think it was like maybe 2 years ago I saw him downtown at the Jazz Fest in a band.
That's sick. Yeah.
Steve
He
Martin.
plays like banjo or whatever.
Yeah, he's incredible, multi-talented.
Yeah, I couldn't believe
he's
it.
written novels.
In his day too, he was so off script from what comedy was
Yeah.
as well. He did a lot for comedy in general, because he went out there and said, I'm going to be funny my way, not the conventional way. And if you don't like it, don't watch it. But if you like it, you know what I mean? Come laugh.
Come along.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I really respect Steve Martin for what he did for comedy as
Yeah,
well.
The Jerk is one of my all-time favorite movies.
Oh,
He
yeah.
must
And that's
really
kinda
hate
like
those cans.
Yeah, see, like that kind of, that's what I'm talking about, those one-liners, you know what I mean? That's kind of, not like I don't want to say we're going after, but that's how we write stuff, where it's just like, you want to have those funny lines to us, and hopefully other people think it's funny.
And you got to bring humor. I mean, you got to have humor. You got to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be, with all these podcasts, I don't know if you guys know, but when, the internet's brutal. They'll hate and hate and hate the comments, and while we're having fun, all of us are having fun, laughing together and all this, there's so many other people out there that are like, oh, you guys suck, you're old, blah, blah, blah. What do you think, you're going to be famous and all this other shit? And it's like...
Misdirected hostility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like,
it's
that's
like, no,
what it is.
Yeah, we're just laughing, having fun, and that's it. You know what I mean?
And I give absolutely zero...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
You go, boy. Yeah, I agree.
I don't care one bit about any of those comments either. And it's
Exactly.
so
And that's
funny
when you know
because
you do it for yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these miserable
And for
people
the
think
art.
that they're gonna make us miserable and bring us down into their dirt, and I'm just
Right.
like, man, you
No.
suck.
Because
That's a you problem.
You're right. Yeah. Like,
And
man,
again-
I'm so much happier than you are, you douchebag.
And
Yeah.
again, we're nobody.
Right. We're two dudes in a basement. You know what I mean? With a camera
That's what
and,
the show is
30
going to be
lights.
called.
Yeah. How was your
dudes
day?
in the
Good. I
basement.
took pot shots at this guy, Ned. Okay.
Right. Right.
Good. Maybe you should seek anger management.
Crazy.
Josh, are you still going with your, you have Martin so far. That's your
Oh,
favorite
gosh.
on your comedian list, right?
I put them on both ends, both like.
I just farted out my 2 lists, so...
Go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah,
and if you need
good
a
for
minute to do the same. So, I'll go comedians first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carlin's always the
Favorite.
obvious one that people go with, but he's
Love it.
incredible. Sorry. Dave Chappelle. You know, he could be both, but I'll put him on the comedian side. This one has an asterisk, Louis C.K.
I knew he was going to say that.
I know, and Josh and I have had a conversation about it before, and sometimes, and fair enough, if you don't fuck with him like that, I get it. I get why people wouldn't, but sometimes you have to separate the man from the art.
Yep.
You know, and I appreciate his art. And while the man is troubled and did not do nice things, potentially,
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, you know.
Allegedly.
But anyway, so those are Carlin, Chappelle, CK.
I love Carlin.
Yeah, I like that list.
It's a good list. I can't argue with it.
It's a solid.
It's just unfortunately.
It's unfortunate. If you take, you know, the asterisks away, it's an awesome list. But hey, I'm a controversial boy. What can I say?
All right.
My favorite comedic actors, Farley. Love Chris Farley.
He's on my list.
You know.
Farley's on my list too.
I was a chubby boy. I'm a thick man now. And you know, I mean, I always related. You know, it's like finally, like representation. You know what I mean? Like the lead of a film or whatever can be a heavier set dude. But that's the thing is, even if he weren't heavy set, he's hilarious.
Yep.
But he struggled with that. Like, and I'm not going to get into the whole thing, but I have watched a lot of his documentaries and read a lot of stuff. And he was always afraid that people just thought he was funny because of his weight. Yep. And he would ask people and have like serious conversations, like, it's just because I'm a fat guy, right? And it's no.
Have
and
you watched that documentary on Chris Farley? It was,
yep.
Oh my God, that was so good.
Yeah, and it was also devastating. But like, you know, the whole thing, like, it was often, fatty falls down, fatty goes boom. Like that's how he felt, you know. But he's actually, his comedic timing, everything. I mean, even his acting was great. So I think even if he was a thin dude, he'd be hilarious. You know, it just happened to be he was that. So whatever. So Farley. I'd have to probably say like Steve Martin, just the depth of the films he's done. Only Murders in the Building is quite good as well. Like just all, like he's always reinventing himself, always being in new projects. So he's incredible.
I will admit, I did watch that with Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good one. And then Jim Carrey. I mean, you can't really deny, you know, like people want to hate Jim Carrey, but like think about your childhood and like Ace Ventura and Cable Guy loved. Cable Guy was very, you know, misunderstood. Yeah. People weren't expecting it to like turn dark like that, which I thought was brilliant. It's like, yup, you want him to be that familiar face, the Cable Guy, the guy you know, then all of a sudden it turns into like kind of a horror flick.
Yep.
I just thought, you know, Carrey's acting ability, whether serious films or comedic, and the comedic stuff is hilarious. Like to this day, people will always reference Jim Carrey. And they say, alrighty then.
I probably quote Ace Ventura 1 and 2 at least once or twice a week.
Yep.
At least once or twice a week. Like my dad and I have an inside joke related to the first film. You know what I mean? And it's something we've laughed together about for 30 straight years. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
You know, it's
even him in Living Color though, way back in the day.
Yeah.
You knew
James Carrey, as he was first known.
Yeah. So it was I mean, you didn't know he was going to be that big, but he was funny as hell in that show just coming up. So
yeah.
He is good.
Yeah. I mean, he did the physical. He could act. He could just deliver lines, develop characters. He's well-rounded dude in the sense of his skills. Do you guys have yours? I don't know what mine. That's the thing you keep saying. Then I think of like Will Ferrell. Like he's got to be in there.
Yeah.
I even for me like Zach Galifianakis is so good on the. Like,
that'd be my top 5.
He's one of those guys like, like he's on.
Those
to
two
me, like
added.
be almost. He could be stand up and he could be comedic actor. Like this is hard. That's a great question.
For comedians, I definitely have 2 on my list that are guaranteed. One's Mitch Hedberg.
Yes.
I gotta say something.
Master of the like weird one-liners and like.
Dude, and just so
I ran out of candles, so I baked a birthday cake.
I'll jump in real quick. Hold your thing. Have you seen the guy who's like doing his thing? There's a stand-up that's like doing Mitch Hedberg.
No, I haven't.
It's really weird.
Doing his jokes or like new stuff?
He's writing jokes in the style of Mitch Hedberg.
Okay.
And he sounds just like him. His delivery's the same. It's almost like he's cosplaying or like doing a cover band of Mitch Hedberg.
It's like that kid that's doing Sebastian on SNL.
Oh yeah,
Like
but
a
that's like a
one-
parody version. But this kid's
Yeah.
like, this guy's like legit doing, like, it's his thing, and it's weird. Seth Rogen, that's another guy I probably somewhere put like for comedic acting.
Yeah. Freaks and
he's so good.
Geeks.
But anyway, he's like, yeah, Freaks and Geeks. He's like, I don't like it, and then the guy like did a diss track back to him, like a little goofy rap. I don't know. It's like, it's weird. That guy.
I'll have to look for that because man, I love Mitch Hedberg. Mitch
Right.
Hedberg really
So
got
Yeah.
me into comedy. You know what I mean? Like I always liked stand up, and I watch it or listen to it or go to it, like when I could, but I never really like actively searched for it. And then I got a Mitch Hedberg. Somebody gave me a Mitch Hedberg CD for I don't know, like a birthday or something. And I was like,
CD?
what the fuck is this?
Explain that to the kids.
Is it the double CD? I have that one. It's like
Yeah.
half of it's DVD, half
Yeah.
is the
Yes. Yep.
Mitch Altogether, I think it's called.
Mitch Altogether. That's exactly it. Yep.
That's my
exactly
jam.
The special it was. He's got one line on it. I could probably quote 75% of that verbatim. It's
Well, we got
you
some
like
time to
Stephen
fill. Let's
Wright?
do no.
Do you like Stephen Wright at all? Because that's kind of
Yeah.
he's got that earlier
Yeah.
kind of Mitch Hedberg style where he just has those one-liners and dry. He's another one that's so good. Stephen
It's so
Wright,
funny
amazing.
too with Mitch Hedberg. I mean, it's tragic at the same time because he had, really bad substance abuse problems. But you could tell from show to show or special to special, like what
Yeah.
he was on. You could tell by his voice if he was on like uppers
Quaaludes.
or downers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you could just tell by the way that by his speech patterns, like oh, it's gonna be this kind of show. Got it.
I got a good Mitch Hedberg story. I saw him live. He came to Rochester. So it was the
jealous.
billing of David Tell, Lewis Black, and Mitch Hedberg. Not in that order.
Man.
So Mitch Hedberg was went, and then David Tell, and then Lewis Black. And I was in there, and I had quite a few drinks. I'm not normally like this, but he's doing his jokes. He kind of stops and takes he's like, I'm gonna get some water, and I go, woo, so dumb. He goes, cheering for water. What are you, a fucking waiter? I like sunk in my chair, but like now it's like so I love it so much. And he like off
can
the
I share
cuff. It was,
Can I share a Josh story because it reminded me of when we went to that like local comedy thing where like
was open
what is
mic
it called?
night.
Open mic night. And one of my old coworkers was up there. And he didn't really, I'm going to be kind, he didn't do great, but because like a bunch of us were there, we're like, yeah, like, whatever you say is great and hilarious. But there was one comedian on that was not doing too well. And he was like, oof, man, this crowd is brutal. And Josh pipes in and goes, don't blame us. Like,
nobody was being
my
mean to him
favorite
though
heckle.
either.
It like, and I've heard heckling, like in videos, or I've seen them in whatever. Or I've been at other places where the people have heckled. My favorite heckling line: "Don't blame
Don't
us."
blame it. Yeah. Well, nobody was being mean. They were just laughing because it wasn't funny.
Yeah.
It's like he's mad at us. 'Cause
And he
it
was
wasn't
kind of like being very passive aggressive and almost angry about it. It's like, bro, you're not good. Like, what do you want? Don't blame us. Yeah.
You suck.
Yeah.
All right, so you got Mitch Hedberg in
Mitch
there. Is
Hedberg.
there somebody else? What's that?
Sebastian Maniscalco.
All right.
And then I think for my third one, since I have two, well-established comedians, I'll go for somebody newer. And it's probably a tie between Shane Gillis and Matt Rife. I like the two. I love Matt Rife because of his crowd work stuff. And I like Shane Gillis because he's just a dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Right.
he's like the guy that was always at the same stool at the bar talking about high school football.
A day
You know
one.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I love that guy. He just reminds me of like a small town pub regular. And those are the kind of restaurants I worked in for like a long time. And I knew a bunch of those people, and I just like that kind of person.
Yeah.
And it just like made
He
me
is funny,
think of
though.
that. I think he's hilarious.
Yeah.
I just think he's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm not really into comedy like that. I don't really watch a lot of it. I follow a couple dudes on TikTok. I don't even know their names, but they make me laugh, and they're like kind of like the dude Nate
Nate Bargatze.
Bargatze?
Yeah.
He's great too.
Yeah.
He's kind of funny.
I love him. Joe Coy is really good too. I just saw Joe Coy a couple months ago.
But I mean,
He's fantastic.
I don't really like George Carlin. I watch all his stuff. He was fantastic. But yeah, I don't really follow comedy like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
I say for a newer guy for me would be also Tom Segura.
Tom Segura is fantastic.
Another Gami.
Have you seen his Bad Thoughts things?
Yeah, I saw I think is there a second season now? I only saw the first season.
First season, but I'm just like, what am I watching? It's his brain though.
I was gonna say it's like the perfect insight to how Tom Segura's brain works.
Yeah. He's a good actor too. I think at least for his stuff on that, man, he's can act too.
Right in the beginning when he's just like no pants, covered in shit, you're just like, what the fuck is this?
And he's getting paid to do that.
Yeah.
Somebody's giving him money. Oh god.
That must have happened to him in a dream, and he was like, "Man, this would be fucking funny."
Yeah. He's just got crazy thoughts, you know.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him live. He'd be.
Yeah.
I think he'd be really good.
So I saw him twice. I saw him once before he got huge at Helium in Buffalo, and we were like pretty close to the front. He was still kind of like the bigger at that time, and then I saw him. He came to Rochester the last couple of years and saw him at the Kodak Theater, and he was great.
Yeah.
It's really funny. Kirk Fox opened for him then. It was really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's so good at his stage presence is just amazing, and his control of it, and just like his pace and timing. He doesn't seem like he's rushing. He's just so confident up there, so good. But,
so do you think any one of us, do you think you could get on stage, so say there's an open mic, and let's just say that there's 50 people.
Yeah.
Do you think for what 5 minutes is going to feel like a lifetime anyways, right? So do you think you could get up there for 5 minutes and do that? Because I know I couldn't.
I want to. I've wanted to for a while. It's just a matter of having the discipline to write the material.
Yeah.
And then go ahead and do the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I could.
Part of me is like, I'd want to, and I feel like I could. I'm not saying I'd be good or people would like it, but I feel like I don't like the crowd. Like, yeah, it could suck to bomb and be embarrassed, but like. The other thing is, like, what's my end game with that? That's what I think about. It's like, what I get a little bit okay, and then I have to go like, sorry, wife and kids, I'm going to Buffalo or going to Philly.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, I'm past that in my life, unfortunately. Like, not that if I would have tried maybe 20 years ago and like, done a go of it. Not saying I would have made it, but like, what am I going to just go to a couple of open mics and be like, yeah, I did it. I got 5 laughs. It was amazing.
Just for the experience, though, you know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
I would totally do it for the experience. I forget which comedian said it, but it's inspiring for anything you do creatively. He said he went and he basically bombed, but there was one guy who was laughing at like everything he did, and it was like a room of 100 people.
Yeah.
So he was real excited and amped, and he's like, "Hell yeah, I made one guy laugh hysterically." And his buddy was like, "Dude, you suck though." He goes, "Think about it." He goes, "How many people are there in the world?" He goes, 1 out of 100. But then if you were to like compare that, and expound it, he's like, "I have an audience. I just need to like continue my craft, continue to do what I do for me, let the art speak for itself, and then everything else is going to follow. I'll get those followers. And if I don't, I don't. But at least I'm having fun while I'm doing it." And so for me, anything I do creatively, even if it's terrible, I'm like, no, do the thing, express yourself, get that energy out there, because you never know. I think ultimately everybody wants to be seen. Everybody wants to feel like they're a part of something. Everybody wants to share in a human experience, right? Mm-hmm. We all live the human condition, and we want to share things with people. And if we can share something but also feel like we created that thing, it's super rewarding.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And it goes the same thing for podcasting, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Like, you just got to start it. You got to do it. And, like, someone told me, they were like, "Oh, you only got 200 followers?" And I was like,
amazing.
Well, what? It's amazing. And then they were like, "Well, picture those 200 people in a room. That's a lot of people, for us. Yeah. So it's,
But then you get the haters, and they're like, "Oh, you only have 900 subscribers on YouTube." And I'm like,
that's 900 people.
I'm like,
yeah.
You have 900 subscribers on YouTube. How many do you have?
Yeah, exactly.
3?
Right.
None?
You probably don't even have a YouTube.
Right.
You just do drawings.
Yeah.
And we're not.
I know.
We don't do this to try and be you know, the next Mr. Beast with, you know, 100 million followers and, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit.
It would be nice, but...
I would say, though, like, yeah, that'd be nice, but to me,
do it for
if
us.
I could do this for a living,
Yeah.
like, just make enough, I don't need to make millions of dollars, but if I could do this for a living, like, 24/7, like, this is my full-time job, God, that would be amazing.
Oh,
I
yeah.
also think about the live stuff, like, you know, if they do live tapings of podcasts. I know you guys do it, right? You do live events on your show?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, we've done a
We
couple,
have,
but...
yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't figured out quite the right formula for it yet, you know?
Yeah, it's still a learning process. Like,
Yep. That's what we like about it, too,
Yeah.
is that, you know, 6 years and 500 plus episodes in, you know, we're still like, oh, we should try this.
Yeah,
We
and
should
do
try
this,
that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, we haven't done this. Or, oh, let's, you know what I mean?
yeah,
So that's, you know, we do it for us because
it's fun.
we enjoy doing it. And that's, you know, we enjoy our version of this creative.
And the thing too is, like, I don't know for you guys, for us, a lot of people are like, well, you should do this, you should do. We stay in our own lane. Like, we have stayed in our own lane, and, you know, that's what we committed to.
Yeah.
We're not trying, you know, and it works, you know. It's just you got to have patience, and you just got to have fun. Like, you guys aren't going to change from what you do just because someone's like, oh, it's popular to do so-and-so or this and that, you know.
That's like asking a painter who usually uses oil on canvas to do a sketch with charcoal. You know what I mean? It's like that's not their thing.
Yeah.
This is our thing.
Just stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. We like you guys for what you guys do, and if you guys like what we do, you know, so that's just how it is.
Yeah. And then if you stay in your own lane and your lane doesn't have many other vehicles, eventually, once it catches on, you're like, well, I'm the pioneer of that.
Yeah.
And then
that was
everybody
us.
loves you. Oh, you
Right.
guys.
Yeah,
are the
then all of a
best.
sudden,
You guys
where
are
were you
great.
when we started out?
Right.
You dicks.
Still waiting for that to happen, but
Yeah.
anytime now.
We'll blow up any day, I promise.
Waiting.
So speaking of blowing up and, well, no, but like, you know, kind of getting a fan base, whatever else. Obviously, you've got to love what you do, and you're fans of your show, clearly. But like, what are some of your favorite episodes?
Oh, mine for sure is the Bikers Against Humanity.
The Bikers Against Child Abuse.
Child abuse. Yeah, that one was my favorite. Like,
Against humanity?
yeah, I know.
Bikers
So many
Against
things.
Humanity. But that's our new gang. The four of us are going to get leather
Bikers.
vests that like snap.
Yeah.
And that's
Right.
what it's, yeah.
Yep. BAH. Bah!
Bah!
We have like a
Sounds
we have like a
intimidating.
Available on
skeleton sheep.
coolsideofthepillow.com.
You know what I mean?
But then I'm also, my favorite one is still to this day is our first one, just because all the things that went not wrong, but you go back and you look at it, super slow, just the video quality, everything was just horrible, right?
Yeah.
But the story was fantastic because one night we went out in Pittsburgh, the PGA Tour was here. So I was at the bar and I was drinking and I was like, Oliver's tall and skinny. So I was like, oh, we'll go to the Pittsburgh pub and you fake to be a pro golfer. I'll wear a suit and be your agent. So we did it.
Nice.
We went into
Dude,
there.
I even went to Dick's and bought like
A Tiger
golf,
Woods outfit.
like golf clothes.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice.
And yeah, people were like, rich people were buying him and us drinks, food. And then finally, you know, the phone at that time, you know, they were like, who are you again?
People were asking me how I did. I
Yeah.
was like, man, it was tough.
Yeah.
The greens were brutal that day, my friend.
All those
Yeah.
dimples in those
It's
balls.
like
It's tough out
I
there.
ended up in the water, and they were like, "Oh, is that?" Because like we were talking to like members of
The club.
Eagle Vale, like or no,
Oak Hill.
Oak Hill, and like these guys, like they thought I was a golfer, like they legit thought I was, and they were like, "Oh, are you talking about the dog leg over the creek on 16?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, I ended up just left of the fairway, and they were like, "Oh, I've been there so many times," and I'm like, "Yeah." And I don't.
That was a 50-50 chance. I could have said right and left.
I don't know the terminology. I would have been fucked.
Dude,
I don't know the
even
terminology.
play- I don't
Vince
even
went like, I
play
got
golf.
5 touchdowns.
I don't even- yeah.
I kicked a
I
field
don't
goal.
even play golf. Like I know that there's 18 holes and there's a
Yeah.
bunch of clubs. That's my knowledge of golf.
How many clubs?
Yeah,
What?
well, fucking pretend we're golfers. That's great.
Club sandwich?
But eventually, because when we walked in there, everybody's heads were like, and they were like looking, like, oh my God, is it a golfer? And they were like, yeah, he's a golfer.
Did you have like a putter with you?
No, but dude, I had golf shoes. I had the pants, the eyes
Shoot 'em
on
a Gavin.
pants, and I had like an Under Armour friggin' shirt.
Oh,
he's in there looking like he's just some douchebag business guy with me. You know what I
It's
mean?
like on a phone.
Yeah, dude.
Buy, sell.
He had his Bluetooth thing, like when those were super popular, to like always walk around with them. You know what I mean? But they weren't like earbuds. You know what I mean? They're just that big
they
one
like
that, like comes like way down here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's wearing that the whole night.
That was me.
So we go outside. We're standing at this like high top table, and we just like 2 appetizer plates just like show up in front of us. Wow. We didn't order them. We didn't do anything. And this guy over at this table's like, and we're like, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I just imagine Matt too, like, tell Sports Illustrated you got to pay him more. This is ridiculous.
Some other guy brought a
you want him in your swimsuit issue
mugs over for us. Like, it was just, it was crazy. It was crazy.
That's an unlock.
Such scam artists, man. But then the phones started coming out, and we started seeing this.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
What?
You know, like,
did you give him a fake
roster,
name,
right, to try to like figure out like who we really are? And I was like, we gotta go.
Yeah.
We gotta go. So we go.
did you give him a name or just your name?
Just Oliver.
I told him my name, which I should have. We didn't plan this well at all.
No, it's
You know
okay.
what
I mean, you
There was
weren't-
no kind of backstory. There was nothing, man. We went right off the cuff. I mean, I think it was like 25.
You had a sip and an hors d'oeuvre, and then you bounced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
So
great.
you're both from Rochester, right?
Yes.
Vince
You're
no
not
longer
here
lives.
anymore.
I no
Vince, you're not
longer.
here
Yeah, I'm
anymore,
on the
but-
West Coast now.
So we go to Taylor's after,
Oh, boy.
right? Don't we meet these Australian caddies in there, like legitimate ones
Yeah,
that were
they're
like
real.
with an actual golfer?
Yeah.
They came almost right up to us and they go, "You're not a golfer." And I
Yes.
was like, well, "Who are you?" And they're like, "We're caddies," and they're Aussie as fuck. And so they're like, "Are you trying to pretend you're a golfer for chicks?" And we were like,
Yeah.
maybe. And they're like, yeah. And we ended up partying with these Australian caddies
Wow.
at
Nice.
Taylor's till 2 a.m.
That's amazing.
It was such a cool night. It was crazy.
But yeah, so that was one of my favorite shows, and then I don't know. There's just so many.
Yeah.
I don't know.
For me, it's the show with the American Angler. Was it magazine? I don't even know what the main topic of the show was, but we started, somehow it came up that there's this magazine, or it's like the oldest continuously running magazine in the US or something like that. It's the American Angler. It's a fishing it's a fishing magazine. And so we were just, starting to laugh a little bit, and I was like, dude, we should like hit them up and see if we can, get some merch or
anything,
like whatever, you know what I mean? Just talk to them, or maybe somebody wants to come on the show from the American Angler. And I was like, dude, we could call it One Drink Podcast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
The dumbest joke, right?
That's pretty good.
Lost it. We lost it for like 2 straight minutes, like ugly laughing. You know what I mean? It was
Awesome.
just like the singularly most funny moment that I've had in the 6 years we've been doing this.
Oh, that's great.
Dying. And I'll go back and laugh. And it's not even funny. Like, it's not even funny, but I still
but it
laugh
is.
watching us laugh about, like, you know when something just tickles that funny, like, just right? Oh, man, that was one of those moments.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
it was great.
That kind of puts it together. So a lot of your favorites are with guests then, would you say? I mean, or is it a healthy mix then?
It's probably a healthy mix for sure. Because when we have guests, a lot of it is, we're just trying to promote the business or whatever it is that they have. So we're kind of more on a serious thing, just getting them out there. I mean, we'll throw some funny stuff in there just to lighten it up, but when it's just us, that's, when you can, just do whatever.
Yeah, I like
chemistry
the,
shows.
I like the
Yeah,
surprise. My favorite part about doing these is like the surprise, funny thing on every show, because there is one thing in a show that just gets us rolling, and my favorite my favorite part about those moments is Matt will go off first, and then his laugh makes me laugh. Because like I just think it's the funniest thing when he gets laughing super hard. Yeah. He'll take like a quick breath before he does the laugh, and as soon as I hear that breath, I'm like, oh shit, he's going. You know what I mean? And then like I'll look over at him, and he's red as a cherry and just going, and then that makes me laugh, and then it's like off to the races between the two of us. Yeah. And it's like, oh man, who's gonna save this dead air for a second and like be able to say something real quick?
Do you, Matt, do you have that? Like, I know some of those, when I'm editing, there's stuff that will never go into the podcast because it's like just Vince and I messing around and it's not part of the show even, especially with Cool Side. But there's parts where like I'm just laughing at the uncut stuff harder sometimes in some ways. It's just ridiculous. I don't know if that happens for you.
So like, for us too, I'll get the cameras rolling before the show even starts. So I'm getting like kind of some behind the scenes stuff because I kind of use that for promotion and, you know, just whatever. But some of the conversations that you have prior to a show, you know, you're just like, whoa, you know.
Yeah, we usually record for a little while pre-show and then post, you know what I mean? So it's
warm
like
up a little.
Inevitably there's always a funny something before or after, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love the little surprises that Josh will give, like cutting room floor stuff. Some of it like he'll repurpose. So like it'll be like a weird thing and he'll break it off into a weird techno song, or like old episodes that we've done. If something like we did a robot AI EIO oh no episode where like it's about robots, and we're very proud of the title, by the way. It's about robots and AI and whatever. And Josh snuck in this song that we did, you know, back in like 2011, 2012. You know, called Robot Dookie, which is really stupid and silly, but he put it in there and I'm dying laughing, and it's just like, come on and love it, you're gonna eat it, Robot Dookie. It's really stupid, but like if you listen to the recent episode, at the very end, he put that in there, and I'm like, oh, there's more to the podcast? It looks like there's still a few minutes. Okay, Josh, I can't wait to see what treat this is. And I was just dying, and it brought me back to that time, you know, in your apartment, like recording that, whatever else. Sometimes we do it. We would do it like in the dining room, but he had a dining hall. It was awesome. Yeah, man. Yeah. Tennis courts in the back. I think a couple times we did it in the kitchen, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken.
Definitely in the dining room.
But it just brought me back, and I think it's actually just funny. And all week I've been like at work, whatever. Come on and love it, and I'm like, I gotta stop. People are gonna think I'm crazy.
That's that when you asked about like one of the favorite parts, I kind of should have thought of that as my favorite. Is Vince and I listened to an episode before we publish it, just to make sure we're all on the same page, like with the edit. You know what I mean? Especially with Cool Side. And I like watching Vince's reaction to, because he does a lot of that stuff. Some of it that wasn't like I do it while I'm editing. He doesn't know I'm doing it, so it's like a surprise to him. You know, like you guys even talked about, it all comes together when you watch it, Oliver. What Matt puts together, and it's that for me watching Vince react to it. Really, that's almost the best part to me.
And that's the fun
and it's such
part
a nice
of
little
editing.
gift.
Yeah, and that's the fun part of editing is we can throw in now that now that I've been doing it for so long, now I've learned so much to where you can throw in little tidbits to where people may get it or may not get it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Right. So it's just a lot of fun.
You should record yourself when you watch when he's done editing, Vince. You should record yourself after,
like a reaction
while
video?
you're watching it. You know what I mean? And you can get some. That'd be like a cool, like a behind the scenes, kind of thing you guys could work on.
Yeah, because a lot of people do those, like they're gaming or they're watching stuff.
React to our own
videos.
stuff.
We're reacting to our own stuff. We think it's funny. You will too.
Super meta and self-referential. So to pull the curtain back a little, do you have any untold behind-the-scenes stories, bloopers that you're willing to share?
Ooh.
Something you've never shared before on
man.
live.
There in the beginning there were several bloopers we would mess up during mid-film, but I would put those out as a show.
Yeah, we usually don't hide very much as far as bloopers and mistakes and stuff like that. Like a lot of the times sometimes one of us will screw up the intro, which, you know, we've said the exact same thing when we start this show for like 500 plus episodes. And every now and then, man, one of us will just fumble our way right through it. And then, you know, we'll start over again and we'll do it again. And then I'll go to watch the video on Monday or something, you know, when Matt's done editing it. And in the beginning, right in the beginning where the intro should be, it's the fucked up intro first, and then it's the regular intro. You know what I mean? So it's like,
But the most common blooper that we had was just audio.
Oh, God.
We were always messing around with audio, and it was basically the audio.
Really, the only thing that we've never, that we never ever push out is sometimes we'll have a conversation, you know, buddy to buddy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That that safe zone, put it in the vault, throw it in the ocean. We never had this conversation type of thing, you know, or one of us will make a comment about something or whatever that definitely shouldn't go on the internet or anything.
Yeah, those get
like, Matt, delete. That clip needs to get deleted.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh, yeah.
You know, don't play that. You know, Jackie will kill me.
Yeah.
Like Inspector Gadget, self-destruct. This message will self-destruct. Yeah.
This in 5 seconds, this letter will self-destruct.
But so basically a lot for us, it was just the audio. Like we would film a whole show. Of course we thought it was the greatest show ever, blah, blah, blah. And then I go to play it, no audio.
Yeah.
Can't restore the audio. And it just, when you have no audio for a podcast, the show's ruined.
Yeah.
So.
There's probably 2 or 3 episodes that we fully lost. Like we never got back. And because we're unscripted, that's it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You really, we made the decision in the end too, like we're not even going to refilm this subject because
you can't do it twice.
We're going to be thinking about the funny parts of what we just did and like trying to like recreate that moment.
Doesn't work.
It doesn't land at all. It's not funny.
Yeah.
You know, when it's not even funny to us again, then it's like, well, we can't, you know. So we've lost a couple of shows along the way, which was really sad. You know, just the mic just randomly just turns off and we didn't even know that it turned off, or we put the plug in the wrong fucking port or something. You know what I mean? Back in the day when we had like a connector and an adapter and then another adapter to an adapter to a cord. You know, just the worst.
It sucks.
Yeah, until we got, you know, like good mics and you know, good cameras, and you know, now everything is the same every time. Like we check the levels and this is good.
And this is our first remote interview too. So now
we haven't done one on Zoom yet.
So now we know this like part of it.
Right.
So if we could do a couple more maybe like later on in the year, just so we can get familiar with it.
Yeah.
We'll come up with a topic and you guys can come on and we'll just roll from there.
I'm down to do a dream one too, because I have a crazy I have a recurring
You gotta submit
dream.
it.
I know.
Please.
Yeah, please do.
I have a recurring dream.
Anybody listening, submit a dream.
And I suffer from
do it now.
I suffer from sleep paralysis when I get this but it's from the same dream that causes it every single time. So it's really weird.
And they'll analyze it and let you know what it's all about.
Cool. Great.
And your side of the pillow.
Maybe profound, mostly silly, but yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So this is our spin-off show, and you talked about your 80s, back to the 80s, right? Can you just kind of dive a little more back into that?
So the 80s.
What you do.
Yep. So it's the same concept as like we'll pick a crazy subject to talk about. We'll do the same with like the 80s. Because Ryan, he's a collector.
Yeah, he likes vintage video games.
Yeah.
Nostalgic video games, and you know.
Yep. So he collects like 80s stuff, all vintage stuff he collects. Yeah. So it's right up his alley, and you know, me and him went to school together, so we kind of, we just grew up with the same things. So we definitely laugh, and we also go back in time to how the 80s were, or even the 90s compared to now, you know what I mean? And it's just completely different.
Yeah.
There's no comparison. There's no anything.
If you guys want to have a good conversation about, you know, the world of comedy with a guest, Ryan is definitely the guy. He's a huge comedy buff.
Nice.
Oh, really?
He does impressions.
We got to get him on.
Yeah.
Does he have dreams?
Really good impressions.
We all have dreams, Josh.
Really good.
Come on now.
Oh, that's cool. I've never met. Well, I actually never met you either, Oliver. But I didn't. And it's funny because I remember seeing on your guys' feed and stuff and on your shows. It's like, wait, what is Matt cheating on Oliver? What's happening?
Yeah.
People say that all the time.
It's a side piece.
Oliver's gonna find out, Matt. You're publishing this on the internet.
It's okay because I know who we always come home to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know what side of his bread the butter's.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'll get some texts and emails too. They'll be like, "Are you and Oliver fighting? Do you guys hate each other?" And this and that. And I'm like, "What?" I was like, "No,
I can share.
he
I'm
does.
okay with it.
He does work full time, So
Yeah.
It's okay because you know what I mean. Because then we'll have the moments where it's all three of us. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
And then that's always a party.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Nice.
and that's fun too. I like those shows are fun too because now you got three of us laughing and talking, just stupid shit.
But it makes it's nice too that, and Ryan sort of just came into the fold. You know what I mean? We've all been friends for a while.
Yeah.
Outside of this, you guys went
Went
to
to
high
high
school.
school
Yeah,
together,
they went
yeah.
to high school together.
Okay.
And again, Ryan and his group of friends were regulars of mine as well at the restaurant. So I've known Ryan for probably 15 years.
Yeah.
And then I think we just had him on the show.
Because he does impressions.
Yeah.
So
Was that the first
cool.
show that we did? Was impression one?
yeah, he was doing impressions of like just everybody that he can do impressions
Oh, that's
of.
right. And then he had us do whatever impressions we could do. Yeah. And then he just sort of came back for another one, and then we did a Trump one because he does a really good Trump impression. And then we did an Obama one because he does a great Obama impression. And that was funny because we tied the Obama one into the, we asked him like, "Oh, Mr. President, did you see, President Trump's our episode with President Trump?" And then he started talking shit as Obama about Trump, and it was great. And I know we don't do like politics, but you know what I mean, like.
But it was no political questions. It was just
Right.
humor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he had somebody's doing the.
like if you woke up in the middle of the night and there was a McDonald's bag on your nightstand, what would be in it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like random.
Nice.
Random stuff. So,
Yeah.
but it's been great, and we have him on the show all the time now. And then because they're both old, decided to do the '80s show, which is fun for me because then I get to make fun of them because I'm the youngest one in the group. So
Right.
I got to get my digs
Like-
in when I can. You know what I mean? Even though I
Right.
love all that shit too, so it's fine.
What do you say is next for One Drink? Do you guys have, like we had a Spooky Sips podcast. They watch horror movies and talk about them, and we kind of asked them, and we're talking like, oh, what about if you did, stream gaming while like horror games and played them, or they were going to start doing maybe road trips where they go to horror like places that are haunted, that kind of thing. Do you guys have any like things that I know you said you're going to stay in your lane, but at the same time you might want to diversify. You're starting an email list, whatever it is. Is there anything next?
One thing we've always talked about wanting to do, and I think it's definitely something that's in the pipeline for us, is
A musical?
doing,
No.
like a travel. It's like a travel show,
You guys are in the musical.
right?
Yes.
We'll be in the dream sequence.
Yeah.
I'll jerk the curtain.
Like
Josh,
going
not
to-
like that.
Going to another town, even if it's like a quick day trip, you know what I mean? And focusing on local something from another town, you know what I mean? Like if we go to Buffalo and hit up, a locally owned bakery or something, or, some sort of local business in another town, or,
sure.
he's getting married soon. And our significant others
Congrats.
are also friends, you know what I mean? So, if we could loop in just even a quick, couples, quick weekend away somewhere, you know what I mean? Or an little overnight trip. But then, we can tie the show into it as well, and trying to incorporate the show into our life because,
And then it's a tax write-off.
he's going to, exactly. He's going to get married soon. You know what I mean? I have someone in my life too. And, we also I have a child too. He now has 2 stepkids. So everything's, you guys know how it is, man. It's life gets full fast.
It does.
You still have to we still want to try and keep this going because it's
Make the time.
It's a nice release. So, but if we can incorporate, both sides of our lives together, you know what I mean? So that we have time to do both, that would be really cool. So.
Yeah. And then, just getting out in the community more, traveling, going to different places, getting on more podcasts.
Yeah.
We have a couple other podcasts that we might jump on, local ones. I mean, we've been looking for local podcasts here forever just to collaborate, just to talk, just to, get together. But
everybody's always like, yeah, let's do it. And then
they don't do it.
and we never hear from them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or,
We're excited to introduce you to our 15 listeners. It'd be great for you guys.
Well, we get a lot of that too, kind of the runaround where, you'll ask somebody for a dream, and my favorite response, I'm going to go off a little, I'm sorry, is always, well, let me check my dream journals and my archives. And no. What are you talking about? It's not a chore. It shouldn't be a task. You're already like acting like it's a chore and a task by like throwing that at us. Like, well, let me check my archives and my vault of dreams. No. Do you have a dream you remember?
Yeah.
Right.
Fart it out. Send it to us.
Yeah.
We'll do the rest. Like it's not this big thing, but like people like, yeah, I'll submit a dream, I'll do whatever. Or sometimes, it's like, oh, would you like to like do a voice for us or be a guest? And it's like, yeah, sure. And then like last minute they don't, and it can be very frustrating. That's why like you sort of have to roll with it. If you have a strong co-host, then you guys just are like, okay, you know what? We don't have this guest, we don't have this voice. I'll do it, or we'll talk about a different topic, whatever. You always got to be able to like pivot and roll with it. Much like with our technical difficulties, we turn that into gold. Not really,
Right.
But you know what I mean? So you just got to make the best with what you have. But like there are pitfalls and difficulties with podcasts. And if you love it, it's a labor of love. You keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The hardest thing for us, though, is just scheduling. Because, we all work full-time, family, kids. Yes, we have fun doing it, but, even scheduling with other guests, even us, or just anything, that's probably the hardest thing, but it's still not that hard. You know what I mean? It's still...
Still
you find the time, you make the time.
If you guys couldn't make it, like we were like, well, we'll just do this then. If you guys had to drop out last minute, Vince and I will take the time and do. We always have stuff to do.
Yeah.
Ideally, we want to do what we plan, but if we're not, you got to be, got a backup plan to back up the backup plan.
And the thing for us, the lucky thing for us is we're pretty good at what we do, so we'll rip off 3 shows in one session.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful.
So now we got 3 shows already lined up, and then we're good to go in case something doesn't
especially
come.
like in the summers too, you know what I mean, when everybody's got trips planned and weddings and just all the stuff that that goes on. We find that one day and we're like, all right, I can film today. He's like, all right, cool, I can film today too. And it's like, boom, we'll sit down for 3 hours to show.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But then we're good for the month. You know what I mean? We can release one every week, and then you know what I mean. Ryan will come in and do an 80s show too, and then it's like perfect. We're done for the month.
And then with
I'll
him,
see you in August.
with him, it's like I'll rip off 3 shows. So now we're that's why you'll always
killer content.
It's nice when we sit. It's nice too when we sit on like a bank. You know what I mean? Because he'll text me on Wednesday or something, and be like, all right, dude, you want to film this week? And I'll be like, shit, I can't. And he'll be like, it's all right, I got 4 shows still in the tank that we can still release. You know what I mean? So
that's what Josh and I were talking about, before we started, is, having a few in the chamber, as we call it. Like, sometimes you have to have a few episodes or whatever. And then, like with us, the biggest labor of love for us is definitely Cool Side of the Pillow. It's the writing. It's then we read through it and we make tweaks and whatever else. And that's more time consuming. So sometimes it's like, okay, let's get a little bank of memory foams. Let's get a couple of episodes of Cool Side, done. And then this way we have something to pick from, because there's no worse feeling, because you want to be consistent, right? Like, like consistency is key. Right? So if you release something every month, stick to that schedule. If you release 2 things every month, stick to it, whatever it is. If you falter on that, people, the 3 fans that you may have will be like, oh, what the hell, man? And they, they might be discouraged, or they might stop listening. You never know. So, it's good to have that bank, a few in the chamber, because without it, it's like, what do we do? Let's get on real quick and, talk about, I don't even know.
Yep.
So here's my idea for you guys, though, for your side quest or your next thing. I think when Matt gets married, Oliver, you should do a live stream, like, podcast episode of your live at Matt's wedding. I'm trying to get with the groom. I'm trying to get the groom. He's not responding. The bride is here. Here we go.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're going to wear the golf outfit? You got to wear the golf outfit. And then you hold the club. Do you take and do you?
I've toyed with the idea of starting off, the thing, welcome to blah, 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 blah. You do the basic intro. And then I've been ordained for like a long time, and I've done like, I don't know, probably almost 24 weddings.
Cool.
So I'm pretty familiar with doing it. So, you do the basic intro, but then I might start off with it and go, "Hello, everybody, welcome to One Drinker Podcast." Talk about sorry, wrong page, wrong event.
You got to. You got to do it. Matt's face when you watch this back, he's like, "What is he gonna? What is he?" What? He looked very worried.
They fucked up. They fucked
Nice.
up. They
It'll be
They
fun.
asked you. They asked you.
Oh yeah,
That's on
they
them.
asked me.
That's on
exactly.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. Yeah.
So
I might wear like a POV camera so that I can get their reactions to like how I
Nice.
Me
fuck their wedding
sweating.
up. Right.
are you gonna have a grand entrance? Are you doing a grand entrance for your
Staring
wedding?
Me like, don't you keep going with this joke?
It's good for content, Matt.
Yep, I'm gonna go there. I fucking dip my toes in. I might as well jump.
One drink, one wedding. Here we go.
Are you gonna do a grand entrance? Do you have any plans?
No, we're trying to keep it as simple as possible.
Okay.
Simple and basic, and just that's it.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna go just off here. When are you guys doing like? Are they gonna do like an intro for you guys? You know, like they just say the Mr. Miss. Can they introduce us too? Like after you guys walk in, can you like circle back?
The happy
around
couple. No,
and
not
then
the
they
married
can
ones.
introduce now the co-hosts of One Drink Podcast. And then we just walk in and fucking.
Oh yeah, and the bride.
Who are they?
I'm just trying to insert myself into the wedding. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Fine.
I'm
The
Matt,
host of One Drink, also the
Podcast. There you
bride.
go.
Right. Oh,
That's awesome.
that'd be great. We should figure that out.
But
I'm gonna
yeah.
figure that out.
So how do folks get in touch with One Drink, and where can people listen?
So you can listen to One Drink Podcast on every platform where podcasts are played.
Yep. We're on.
iHeart, Apple, Google, anything. We're there.
Yep.
You can follow us on all social media. We're on every social media platform there is.
Yep. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok,
Yeah.
YouTube. We're everywhere.
Yep. And then to visually watch us, you can watch us on YouTube, of course.
Yep. And everything is at One Drink Podcast.
Yep.
Awesome.
And
Nice.
we just started, you can send in voice messages wherever you listen to podcasts. There's a link where you could send in voice messages or texts. So we're pushing that because we want to hear all the funny comments, you know, good or bad.
And
To us, it'll
Yeah.
be
A lot of
humor.
the shows that we do too, you know, it's you know, what's our favorite this, or you know, what's the craziest this, and you know, a lot of it for us is, you know, obviously opinion based, you know, but we really like when someone will comment in and be like, oh, like these are my top 3 favorite comedians, you know what I mean? So we always ask people to, you know, to chime in and, you know, let us know what their favorite thing is, or you know, what's the craziest thing they've done, you know, relating to, you know, whatever subject. So we're just trying to push more of that interaction so that we can have some fan feedback.
Yeah, it's just like you guys. We want the people to be involved as well, you know. So
Yeah. We love
Yeah,
hearing
that's what we
people-
like.
We love hearing people's stories, you know, which is why
Yeah.
we like doing interviews and, you know, talking to businesses and figuring out how people got where they are. You know what I mean? We like to hear
Yeah.
about someone's journey. So
Yeah. It's
Awesome.
fun.
yeah.
Anything else you want to add before we kind of wrap things up then?
I think we covered it all, right, fellas?
Yeah.
The only thing I would like to add is I would like to do another show later on down the line. Now that we know how to do this remote thing.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, it would be great.
Yeah.
No,
love it.
yeah, we gotta get Vince on One Drink, and when I came on, it was just Matt, so Oliver was
Yeah. Or if
available
you,
that
I don't know
day.
how often you come back to town, Vince. But you
Once
know,
a
if
year
you-
or so.
If you have a time planned,
Restraining
and,
orders
you know what I
and
mean,
stuff.
you got an extra hour or something like that during one of the visits. I know it's probably, you know, filled with, you know, family and friends and, you know, all that stuff. But if you got an hour, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, you guys can coordinate it and you want to carve it out. We'd love to have you both on at the same time, and you know what I mean. We'll all get together and rip a show.
Oh, it'll happen.
awesome.
We will rip.
That would be cool. That'd be
Yeah.
super cool.
And
And we
just
should do this
remote
again
now.
too. Yeah,
Oh,
and this
yeah.
again for sure.
This
Because
again
I
for
mean,
sure.
it seemed like it worked.
Yeah, so we and then the next time we'll come up with a topic and we'll
bring you into our world.
we'll
Yeah.
we'll
You can be our guests on the next one.
Nice.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks, guys. Appreciate your time, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
This has been Memory Foam, audio comfort for your ears. If you haven't already, Be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. For merch, links, and everything else, head over to coolsideofthepillow.com. Also, make sure you're following us on Instagram at coolsideofthepillowpodofficial. Thanks for sinking in to this episode of Memory Foam. Until next time.